kickstart the second half of the inaugural season of the Terrain Marble Trials Season 1. We've got the drag race, your classic sprint just to the finish line from these two ramps, and you see how easy this event is going to be and how fast-paced it'll be. Just like the Moguls of the Open, we've had some slower-paced events since, but this one is going to be a quick dash to the finish line for all four of these heats, the semi-finals, and of course the final for the medals. The drag race, a classic over at in the marble sports these days. As we line up the first heat, Fast Fish, Spruce Log, Ice Cold, and Lapis Lazuli. There's just a straight charge to the finish line. It's all about speed. Spruce Log up to the lead, and Lapis Lazuli is fending him off very well, as he's fending off Ice Cold and Fast Fish, that is, and Spruce Log and Lapis Lazuli coast to win here, but Fast Fish had second place out of the gate. In fact, Lapis looked near last. We were just keeping it clean and straight down the track, and Fast Fish did not live up to the name there at all, finishing the race in fourth. Spruce Log and Lapis Lazuli running great times there, onto the semi-finals, soundly, as we move on to heat number 2. Wave Runner, Shiverburn, Reckless Rito, and Gravedigger. Gravedigger, of course, championship leader, so all eyes are on him, but he's fallen back early on. Reckless Rito and Wave Runner well out in front here, and it's going to be those two to advance, but Shiverburn has a terrible race, and Gravedigger just cannot pass either of those top two, and the championship leader, again, is out in the heats. Look at those two, though, keeping it nice and steady all the way down to the end. Reckless Rito and Wave Runner. Shiverburn, though, just had no speed the whole time, and the 5.233, a full second and a half behind Reckless Rito, who coasted to a win over Wave Runner. Heat number 3, though, Constellation, Amphibian, Overgrowth, and Gordon. Amphibian and Gordon are up there in the standings. Overgrowth, of course, just got a bronze. What can these four do? It's Amphibian and Gordon down in front. Amphibian suddenly fades! He suddenly fades and falls back to third. Constellation and Gordon are going to advance. What happened to Amphibian up here? Neck and neck with Gordon, then just fades to the side, loses all energy, or just suddenly decides to try and, like, break the draft with Constellation, and that results in failing to advance, and Gordon and Constellation sneak through just there, does Constellation, because of Amphibian's mistake. Golden Syrup, Butterscotch, Bone Rattler, and Blackcurrant down next. It's Bone Rattler and Blackcurrant who pull away from Butterscotch. Golden Syrup nowhere even close, and massive contact with Butterscotch there at the end of the race, but Butterscotch was up there with Bone Rattler, but Blackcurrant just is able to carry speed further. These competitors, it's all about carrying your speed from the ramp all the way to the end. It seems like more than a few stall out early on, and that lets Bone Rattler and Blackcurrant keep it clean all the way to the bottom. Butterscotch in third, and Golden Syrup another beyond 4.5 second time. Them and Shiverburn struggle with that event, and there you see bottom 2, and it's Ice Cold with best of the rest, and Fast Fish, the two from the first heat, in 9th and 10th as we move on to the semi-finals. Gordon, Wave Runner, Spruce Log, and Blackcurrant. And off they go. It's Blackcurrant out in front early on with Wave Runner and Spruce Log. In fact, everyone's closing in. It's a three-way battle for second place, but I think Spruce Log fended them all off. Blackcurrant, after a nudge from Wave Runner, I think, right there, keeps them in front and condemns and pushes them to the final. But look at that! Wave Runner, that bump actually from Blackcurrant is what knocks them out of the race. Spruce Log holds up for second place. Just about half a second between those three competitors in second place. That is very close indeed. It's Reckless Rito, Bone Rattler, Constellation, and Lapis Lazuli. In the next heat, it's Reckless Rito and Bone Rattler again. These two coasting despite a nudge from Reckless Rito to Bone Rattler, which slowed down Bone Rattler for sure. They're able to fend off Constellation, who had a charge going. They were on the move. They could have gotten there if it was any longer. And Lapis Lazuli, in fact, those two pretty much in a dead tie. Yeah, look at that, 2 thousandths between Constellation and Lapis Lazuli, and it is Lapis Lazuli who actually gets ahead, perhaps due to that nudge from Bone Rattler. As we see, Lapis Lazuli in 5th place. They will get 11 points out of this one. Silver in the last event, a 5th here. A good momentum for Lapis Lazuli as we move on to the final for the gold in the drag race. Spruce Log, Blackcurrant, Bone Rattler, and Reckless Rito. Now off they go. It's Blackcurrant up in front. Reckless Rito wasn't second place, but then fades back and will miss the podium. Spruce Log and Bone Rattler will get second and third, but uncontested throughout the entire event pretty much is Blackcurrant for this drag race gold. Look at that though, Reckless Rito had second place, they were looking so good, and then just something happened, they gassed out, and Spruce Log just holds on to second place over Bone Rattler, who evened in turn. It was even closer with Reckless Rito. Look at that, just 12 thousandths between Bone Rattler and Reckless Rito for that bronze medal, as Blackcurrant, a fantastic win here. That's going to bump them up into the standings for sure. Spruce Log too. Those 4 competitors, you could say, were in that mix behind Amphibian and Gravedigger. What will this do to the championship order? That gold from Blackcurrant vaults them up 5 spots into first place. Gravedigger is knocked back to third. Look at how close it is. 8 points down to 7th place Spruce Log. It is a very close tournament with 3 events to go as the obstacle maze is scheduled next.